am so sorry if this is the first video you see of my channel, because like I am so sick and I sound sick, so I'm sorry in advance for that. Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz. I am a author, narrative designer, and overall entrepreneur. Today I wanted to do a book tag for Friends and Phantoms, and the closest one I could find to what I was looking for is a debut tag, which like it is but isn't a debut novel, because like it's my first middle grade, so that would make it my first, like, my debut middle grade novel. But like I've published books before this, so I don't know if it really counts as a debut. But either way, so I will link Emily McCosh down below. They're the person who I found doing this tag, and I'm going to be answering the same questions she did. So go check out her video as well. But let's get into it. So she thankfully put the questions in her description, so I can just read the questions right from there. So the first one is to tell us about your debut novel work in progress, which, as you can see, is not a work in progress. She is published, she is beautiful, she has pictures. So pretty much Friends and Phantoms is about a 12-year-old girl named Claire who can see ghosts. Her grandmother, who was her legal guardian, had passed away before the book started, and she moved in with an aunt she never knew she had because she doesn't have a connection with her birth father, and this aunt is her father's sister. The book starts with her first day of school at a new school in a new town, and kind of unravels in a way where she finds out about this haunted house. Her aunt just so happens to be a event planner and is making a haunted house event at this actual haunted house. So Claire goes along with her to help set up and discovers that it's actually haunted by multiple ghosts, and that the main resident of the home doesn't want other people there and is very violent towards living beings. So Claire takes it upon herself to find out who this ghost is and help them pass on, or at least calm down enough, that way the haunted house event can happen for Halloween. She makes some friends along the way, opens up to them. It's kind of a found family story, and yeah, so that's what the book is about. It's the first in a series. It's going to be a trilogy of middle grade, and then a duology of young adult, and then a standalone of new adult. Second question is, will you be traditional or self-publishing? Friends and Phantoms is self-published. Current status of your work in progress is published. I'm currently working on the second book. How long have you been writing? So I don't know if that's how long have I been writing this book or how long have I been writing in general, but I've been writing for about 12 years now, I think. My first book got published 9 years ago, so depends on how you look at that. This book took me 1 year to write, 1 year to edit, so 2 years in total, but it would have technically been 3 years because I took a year or two break in between there. Yeah, because I went to college, but I think I was editing during college, like during the break times, so give or take like 3 or 4 years probably. I'm hoping to get the second book out faster than that though. What earlier works were put on the back burner or abandoned completely to make way for this novel? So I have The Vampire's Fall out, which I'm rebranding right now, and I might retitle it, I'm not quite sure yet. But Vampire's Fall, the sequel for that, got put on the back burner. Same with the sequel for Red's Heart, because this was the story of my heart at the time, and still very much is. I definitely want to keep writing about Claire, and I'm excited to share her journey and where things go from here for her. What was the most challenging thing about writing this novel? I don't think I really had writer's block for this novel, so I'm not quite sure. I think, so this book deals with loss, and I think starting the novel was a bit difficult for me because Claire has a similar relationship to what I had with my grandfather, and that just was very difficult for me to write about, and I think I still struggle with that a bit in writing Claire, just writing the emotions that come with loss And we're going to be getting more into that in the second and third book as well, because she's dealing with the loss of her grandmother still, and it doesn't just go away right away. Like, it never really goes away. You just kind of cope with it over time. What was the most fun part writing this novel? I think working with Satra for the art for this book was my favorite part. Both the art that's in the book as well as art outside the book, like character art and just like scenes and photographs that are in the book and stuff, was very fun. So I think that was my favorite part. I was a sucker for some good character art and just good art in general. So yeah. What did you learn about the writing process? I don't think I really learned anything. I'm still trying to get my groove on with like the writing and editing process and like trying to figure out how long it takes me to do things. I think I'm still learning that. I think that would be my answer for that question. If you could go back in time, what 3 things would you tell the version of yourself who is still in the midst of writing the first draft? I'm honestly not sure. I think I had a pretty good idea going into writing the first draft what this book was going to be about and how I was going to write it and everything. I think the only thing I would tell myself actually is so there was a situation where I didn't get my book to my first editor in time, and so she no longer wants to work with me because she doesn't want to risk that happening again, which is totally fair. Like, that was all on me. I was in college at the time. I didn't have the time allotted to do the necessary self-edits that I needed to do before I got it to her. So I think I would have told myself to wait until after college was done to get an editor, just because, like, yes, that would have meant that the book would have gotten released later, but at the same time I would still have a connection with that editor because she was a really good person and really fun and nice to work with and stuff. That would be the only thing I would tell my past self. Will your next novel be a sequel to your new work? So my next Elizabeth Doomford book will definitely be the sequel to this, but my next release is an Eliza Del Mar book, which is going to be a shifter romance. So, like, yes but no. Under this pen name, yes. Under my other pen name and my next actual release, then no. But yeah, those are all the questions. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video.